We're set. Got everything out for the
Hey guys, so I've just gotten back from the Bandera 100K. As I mentioned, the venue was changed just a few days before the race, so we had to work a little hard to get there. Ended up staying about an hour away in a little town called Kerrville. And I just want to go through sort of how the race went for me. By the numbers, it definitely was the best race, the best 100K I've ever done. Still tons of room for improvement. So we got there on the day before the race, and we got checked in and everything like that. Camp Eagle, the venue was completely gorgeous. It's a small area, so the course wound back and forth quite a bit. It was honestly a pretty complicated course, although it was marked fairly well. The gun went off the morning of, and my plan was to go out a little quicker than the last time.
Do it, Delzer! Moses! 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 Moses!
Yeah, exactly.
Good job, 100K runners! Stay warm for me.
I figured that the best thing was just to run at whatever pace felt efficient and felt fine, and it worked out pretty well. I was actually just like 2 people behind Casey Lichtig for the first 5 miles, and that was really exciting to be running like with one of the elite runners. It turned out to not be a very sustainable tactic, but yeah, started out right behind Casey. Felt great the first 10 miles, great the first 15 miles. By the time I got to mile 20, I was like, yeah, I think I might have started a little bit too fast.
Yeah! I think you're on about a 10-hour pace.
Yeah.
You doing all right? Nutrition and all that? You're staying up on it?
I'm staying up on it.
All right.
What's the next one?
4.9.
Is that back to
4.09.
Is that back to Crossroads?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, man.
All right, I'm out.
You're better than a third of the way done.
Yeah, see you at the pavilion.
All right, go get him, man.
And ended up finishing the first 50K loop in 5 hours and 18 minutes, which was quick for me.
All right, great job, Mitchell. You're looking good.
You want me to do that second bottle?
Okay.
So I ended up getting to mile 36, the next aid station, and feeling pretty beat, and then walking quite a bit between 36 and 42. And then sort of just hanging in there from then on. There were periods of walking and periods of like slow shuffling.
Good job, Tom. Go. Hey, buddy.
And so I ended up finishing the second 50K in around 8 hours. So in total, it was 13 hours and 20 minutes. Ended up finishing in 41st place out of 198 males, and ended up finishing with a Western States qualifier. So that's good news. I'm still a long way off what I'd like to be. Now, that is still about 2 hours faster than the last 100K I've done, so I consider it an improvement. And the course was probably a bit more difficult, super rocky at times, constantly rolling, never any major climbs. I think it totaled around 8,000 to 9,000 feet of climbing, but super rocky and difficult. The biggest source of improvement, I think, is just figuring out how to do it in one go. Not necessarily even splits, but like if I'd have run the second loop just an hour slower than the first loop, that would have been pretty good. Or I heard one runner talk about doing the second loop at 1 minute per mile slower than the first loop. And that's a pretty good strategy. I think your efficient pace changes over the course of a run. I don't expect to be going as fast at mile 40, but I don't want to be walking it in. And like I said, there was less walking than the last 100K I've done, but still a lot of room for improvement. I'm pretty happy with that, and a step up from the last time, but like I said, quite a bit of room for improvement. and I'm stoked to come away with the qualifier and not have to worry about it for a little while.